Peace, love, and light, everybody. I've actually done a few videos on this, and I'm actually just going to come from the heart with this. So, today I'm going to share what a generational curse is, what a Heyoka empath does to break the generational curse, and we don't usually stick around to see the change, as we are the change. And this comes from, not just faith, like blind faith, like faith in knowing that our methods work. So, and I'm going to give you guys a situation where the Heyoka empath, the healer, meets the dark empath, who is basically the one keeping the generational curse going. So a generational curse is any type of behavior. Now, we can talk about it in the physical, or we can talk about it in the spiritual. In the physical, it could be behaviors like narcissism, emotional incest, things like the Madonna whore complex, Munchausen's disease, just any type of sexual abuse, molestation, things of that nature. Now, usually we're called to somebody to break those generational curses because they have another child involved, and they don't want that person infecting any more of their generations with this curse. Okay, so the curse is that every time the person tries to get away from this curse, or persons, the generational curse breaker, or every time they try to get away from the generational curse breaker gets away from the cursor, they weave their web, and before you know it, the person is just like, it's kind of like a handler. Like, they don't know what's going on. They're just losing control. They're angry. They're this, because all of these things have been instilled with these behaviors from these generational curses. So we can add those two together. So here's a situation. So the Heyoka empath meets the dark empath, and the Heyoka empath is there to show the generational curse breaker a mirror, and to show the dark empath a mirror as well, so they can see objectively through, like, what's going on, not just subjectively anymore. They can see things for what it is, right? So and let me put a disclaimer out here. I don't recommend this to any Heyoka empath that does not have the experience in doing this. Some would call this like exorcist type of work. I speak directly to the demons. I'll tell you exactly how I do it. It's not that hard. You just reverse the curse with telling the truth. There's no rituals. There's none of that goes on. But I warn you, because this can get dangerous. So here's how it goes. As soon as the dark empath sees the Heyoka coming, they are petrified. They're going to be found out. The dark empath can be this is how you know one as well. They are like the family manager, of course. Everything's in their control, especially their children and grandchildren. This is, they can go for for a man as well. They are they have a secret life. They usually live alone because nobody really sees what they do. They have a secret life. Whatever they do to cope, they don't want anybody to know, because they care about that person, that narc person that's being seen on the outside, that personality or personalities that they've developed. They even have the generational cursor, not fooled, because they've complained to you, they've enlisted your help for a reason, they know something's wrong, but they even have them under that spell. All it takes is just like one little thing, and there they go, right back into their control. And the dark empath loves this, right? So the dark empath is categorized in a psychological way, but the way that we explain them is just the dark empath has lost their light, and they take it from everybody else. You'll usually see them in positions where they can gossip. That's how they get their loosh. That's how they get their energy. They gossip, gossip, gossip. They feel really down. They play victim. They weave lies. They weave problems when the Heyoka is around, the catalyst, the person for the change, because they're petrified. They know that they're about to be vanquished, that their curse is over. Either way, it's over for them. Like, they know this, you know? So, like, one way could be there's usually 3 encounters that the Heyoka has with the dark empath, and the third is breaking the curse. And that is once the dark empath starts to try to weave their lies, shows their anger, shows their true color, and, like, you correct them and you say something like, well, why would you want that person around your grandson? Didn't they molest them? Well, here comes the reason. It doesn't matter what they say. You have corrected it with the truth. You know the truth. Now they have to see that, and they have to live with that. Do you know what I mean? Well, maybe you wouldn't be so angry if you didn't do so many drugs. Well, you have been enabling for 40 years. You enable for a reason. Ask yourself that. You're not helping growth. All you do is complain, because that's what keeps you in that low vibration, because you don't have any light anymore, so you have to stay in the low. Okay? So, you know, the third, we usually go. We can't stay. It gets very dangerous. Now, if we are harmed physically in any way, the generational curse breaker will suffer. They're going to see that the person that they put so much stock in is going to die. So they're going to have nobody. Their child is going to resent them because that the cursor kept the generational curse going. They have no help to break it. They don't know how, because they just still have their anger. They're gonna go through it. Like, we look like some dark ass people. Like, everything goes wrong. You'll hear them say, everything goes wrong when you come around, this and that. No, everything changes when we come around. All right? Just hope to God that you don't harm one of us physically. You don't overstep any boundaries of ours, because it's going to be much, much worse for you. We don't hope anything. We just know what it is. Like, we are your redemption, and if you fail at it, you fail. And we truly wish you the best, because we know it's going to get very hard for you. You know, you might lose your job, you might lose your, like, just your basic source of income, your home, the little livelihood you had left that you were trying to save, that you enlisted us to help you ignite. Like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Just know. It's Judgment Day, baby. Be careful who you call on. You call on God for help, you might get a fallen angel. You might get a Heyoka empath. So be ready. So that was just my message. Stay love, stay light, stay peace, and don't stay dangerous, but stay diligent just in case of the danger.